Have you ever noticed that the most successful people seem to collect rejections like trophies? Today, I'm going to flip everything you think about rejection on its head and show you why every single no you receive is actually moving you closer to the yes that will change your life. Think about this for a second. What if I told you that Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, but instead found 1,000 ways that didn't work, bringing him systematically closer to the one way that did? What if every door that slams shut isn't blocking your path, but redirecting you toward the right door that was meant to open? Here's the thing most people don't understand about rejection. They treat it like a dead end when it's actually a compass. Every no carries information, feedback, and redirection that a yes simply cannot provide. When someone says yes to you immediately, you learn nothing about improvement, nothing about resilience, and nothing about the journey that separates dreamers from achievers. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're a salesperson making cold calls. Person number 1 hangs up immediately. Person number 2 listens for 30 seconds before declining. Person number 3 asks questions but ultimately says no. Person number 4 expresses interest but can't afford your service right now. Each rejection is giving you data about your pitch, your timing, your target audience, and your approach. The salesperson who quits after the first no learns nothing. The salesperson who analyzes each rejection discovers that their opening line needs work. Their value proposition isn't clear, they're calling it the wrong time, or they're targeting the wrong demographic. By the time they reach person number 50, they've refined their entire approach based on 49 pieces of feedback that only rejection could provide. But here's where it gets really interesting. Rejection doesn't just teach you about your external approach, it builds something far more valuable inside you. Every no you survive makes you stronger, more determined, and more resilient. It's like going to the gym for your mental toughness. Each rejection is another rep that's building your psychological muscle. Consider the mathematics of success. If you know that statistically you need to hear 9 no's to get 1 yes, then every no isn't a failure. It's progress. You're literally 9/10 of the way there with each rejection. The person who understands this math starts celebrating the no's because they know each one is eliminating a path that doesn't serve them and moving them closer to the path that does. The most successful entrepreneurs will tell you that their best business ideas came after multiple rejections of their previous concepts. The rejection forced them to dig deeper, think differently, ultimately discover something better than their original plan. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter found its home. Those 12 no's weren't obstacles. They were preparation for finding the right partner who could truly understand and promote her vision. There's also a psychological phenomenon at play here. When we face rejection and continue moving forward anyway, we develop what psychologists call anti-fragility. We don't just bounce back from setbacks, we actually become stronger because of them. Each no teaches us that rejection isn't fatal, that we can survive disappointment, and that persistence is more powerful than perfection. Now, let's talk about the filtering effect of rejection. When you face multiple no's before reaching your yes, you're not just finding any opportunity, you're finding the right opportunity. The yeses that come easily often lead to mediocre outcomes because there was no filtering process. The yes that comes after multiple no's tends to be more valuable because both parties have been tested and proven there. Commitment. Think about relationships. The person who says yes to dating you immediately might not be as invested as someone who initially said no, but later changed their mind after getting to know you better. The second scenario suggests genuine interest based on who you are, not just availability or convenience. Here's what I want you to do differently starting tomorrow. Instead of avoiding situations where you might hear no, start collecting them intentionally. Set a goal to hear a specific number of no's each week. Apply for jobs you think are out of your league. Pitch ideas that seem too ambitious. Ask for opportunities that feel uncomfortable. When you reframe rejection as data collection rather than personal judgment, everything changes. You become curious about each no instead of devastated by it. You start asking follow-up questions like, what would make this a yes in the future? or who might be a better fit for what you're offering. The truth is, every master was once a disaster who refused to quit after hearing no. Your future self is waiting on the other side of all the rejections you're avoiding right now. The yes that will change your life is hidden behind a wall of no's. And the only way through is to embrace each rejection as proof that you're moving in the right direction. So tomorrow, when someone tells you no, smile and say thank you. You just got one step closer to your yes.